today we're going to take this Quinclorac experiment that we did out here by the road. We're going to take another look at it. It's going to be like a 30 or 40 day something other update on it and how it's coming along. And then the whole reason why we did the experiment. I'm fixing to spray it on this, whatever this is. It's Bermuda and centipede and bahia and crabgrass. Fixing to spray it on here, and we're going to try to establish this into a Bermuda yard. All right, before I do any close-ups, you can see a very distinct line right here all the way down to the fire hydrant, where it's a darker green out by the road and a lighter green. I know there's some scalping here, but I'm in the process of making the video that you're watching right now. And remember, from the first video, all this was centipede. So you can see the Bermuda. It's all Bermuda up here now. We got some nutsedge still in here. We'll take care of that eventually. But you can see the Bermuda. All this down here needs a cut, but it's all Bermuda. And then down here in the corner, you can see where the kill off happened. That down there is, this is what my yard was down here. All this kind of grass, just whatever falls off the trucks that drive by. And that killed it, and you can see the very distinct line of where I killed it. And this whole area was just dirt. And now you can see the Bermuda has spread into it, and it's taken over. So now that I know that the experiment is a success because of what it's done there behind me, we can move on to what the experiment was on in the first place, which is kill everything except for the Bermuda in my yard. It's time to mix up some Quinclorac. I got my pump up sprayer here, labeled for crabgrass only. Got my baby shampoo here. It's going to be my surfactant. These directions, basically, they say that 1 gallon, 1 teaspoon into 1 gallon will cover 1,000 square feet. So, but for 1 gallon, I need 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of Quinclorac for 1 gallon. Alright, now let's put our surfactant in. This is getting all over the place. That much exactly. It doesn't really matter. You just make sure you got some in there. It's not going to hurt anything. So just make sure you get some in there. And then get our lid on. Now let's spray it. And one more thing is, just because this stuff is a solid and it's not a liquid, it comes in a pelletized form. Because of that, I use hot water to mix it. That way I make sure that it breaks down in the water quick. But you need to make sure that you shake this the whole time that you're spraying. I mean, not constantly, but every once in a while give it a good shake and make sure it stays stirred up for a good even coverage of the Quinclorac. Now let's get it. I also like to make sure whenever I'm spraying this that I spray it and I walk backwards, because I don't want to walk through the poison. I don't want to get it on my shoes or my pants or anything, or my socks, and have it soak into my feet or absorb into my feet. So I see a lot of people wear rubber boots. I don't have any rubber boots, so I like to spray my poisons going backwards. So let's do that now. I also like to go around my edges and do a trim pass first. Once we do the trim pass, we'll start hitting the field. It's been 2 weeks. we just skip forward to this part here, save y'all a lot of time, a lot of waiting. We did enough waiting and stuff on the experiment out here by the road. And 2 weeks later, after spraying Quinclorac on the this half of the yard, there's a line right over here, right by that bush that's where we stopped at. I'll just walk over there. That way you can see. You can kind of see where it's still healthy-ish over here. And then everything behind me is kind of spotty, real spotty, actually. There's some spots that are still kind of bleached and yellow looking. It's on its way out, but I'll turn the camera around now and kind of show you what it's done with 2 weeks of Quinclorac on the front yard here. You go up the hill here, there's a lot of spots over here. I mean, it's just all over right there. This whole area is kind of looking bad, looking rough. Spots right there, and then out here by the road, it's all matted down. And then that over there is still green and pretty, but it's only mint green. I want the Bermuda, that way we can get a good dark green yard. I guess just tell you what we're gonna do. Now that all this grass is dead, we're gonna de-thatch it. I got a de-thatcher here that I rented from a local rental company, and we're gonna de-thatch this section and get all this bad grass up and all the dead grass and any thatch layer that might be here, and give this Bermuda an opportunity to spread before all the hot temperatures get away and before it goes dormant. So let's get the de-thatcher. I'll show that to you real quick, and let's get this thing taken care of. Here's the de-thatcher we're going to be using today. It's a Billy Goat from Taylor Rental here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. This is what we're going to be using to get all the dead grass that we killed in the front yard. We're going to use this to get it up, and after we get that up, we're probably going to go ahead and do a treatment of Milorganite, probably. I got some Milorganite over there. We'll probably put some Milorganite on it to try to help that Bermuda take off and start spreading. Right now, we're focused on this front yard, de-thatching it, get all the bad grass out of there so this Bermuda can spread. This de-thatcher, it's pretty easy. I'll show you the adjustments in a minute. First, I want to show you how it works. I'm sure you've probably watched a lot of de-thatch videos on YouTube if you're looking up something on how to de-thatch. But basically what you're doing is this machine leaves the good grass that's still there, and the dead grass, which is already kind of loose, it rakes it up. It rakes down all the way to the dirt and pulls it up. But this is how it does it. If you look, there's these just little metal tabs right here on this cam, and that motor turns it around. It's got a belt mechanism on the side of it over here. Once you engage it, that belt engages and it turns this right here. And whenever that turns, it rakes the grass up. It's pretty much like raking by hand, but with power. Hence the power rake. So we'll get this out there, we'll get all this raked up, and maybe get that Milorganite down today. I know what you're thinking. Why does he post videos of his yard whenever it doesn't even look that good? Well, here's how I feel about that. 11 out of 10 people that start a YouTube channel about their yard's already perfect. It's just like people on Facebook. They only post the good stuff. They don't post the bad stuff. Well, I'm here to post the bad stuff. I'm going to show you how to make your yard look good. I don't want to start off with a good yard and show you how to do it. I want to show you how to take it from what I've got into a good yard. So, this is the kind of stuff we do. I know it looks bad sometimes. It's gonna look worse before it looks better. But we're gonna figure all this out together. I'm gonna show you how those guys get their yards looking like that. They show you how they keep it looking like that, but I'm gonna show you how they get it that way. I mean, all of them had to start either from seed or sod. You know, they wasn't just blessed and born with a good yard. They started somewhere. This is where I'm starting. And if you want to start yours, you can do yours too. So, let's get started de-thatching this yard. And I'm gonna get off the ground because I found a snake here last time I was home.
Just pick up the phone and call me. I'll be there.
Alright, here's everything after the first pass. You can pretty much see the difference over there. We got a lot of dead grass coming up. A lot of dead grass. Take the lawnmower and get all this bagged up.
Your heartache, it kills me, but your loving, it thrills me. I'll be there. Whatever tomorrow may hold, I know you're the one for me, child. And when we're together, my love.
Now, we've got it de-thatch north and south, and we got all the dead grass picked up from the first de-thatching. Now we got to de-thatch it east to west. So let's get started.
I'll be there. And when I'm at home, I got no one to hold. Won't you tell me I'll be there? If my mind is reeling from the stress.
It's getting dark, but we got to bag it up.
I need you. I'll be there. I just need your love, and I long for your touch. Won't you tell me I'll be there? Your loneliness kills me, but your loving, it thrills me. Won't you speak those words? I'll be there. Whatever tomorrow may hold, I know you're the one for me, child. And when we're together,
As you can see, it got late on me, and there we was picking up all the grass clippings. Yeah, the grass clippings from the de-thatching. So it got late, and then I went ahead and gave the yard like a 24-hour rest, because you can see behind me it got roughed up pretty bad. Because I pretty much de-thatched it and scalped it all at the same time. But we got a lot of the centipede and the bahia grass out. I even gave it some water during that 24 hours to try to help it bounce back. I'll turn the camera around and give you a little closer look at what everything looks like with the centipede being pulled out of it. And let's do that now. Now you can see it kind of looks like a football field that's been roughed up. But almost all the centipede is gone, and then you just got this Bermuda here. Here we go. Got it Milorganite. I'm putting it in here on the grass. It's not that big a deal. This is organic fertilizer. It's slow release. You can spill it here and then rake it around. It ain't gonna burn nothing. So let's go ahead and get it loaded up into the spreader and get this stuff put out.
I'm walking down the street on clouds instead of the concrete. I'm dancing through. Everything's about to come my way. Nothing can ruin my day, no matter what anyone does or say. I smile at fools. No, I don't care, cause I am on my way up, and I won't stop, I won't slow down. Steady on my feet, I'm gonna.
I'm fixing to water it in here. We haven't had but one storm come through in 3 weeks here in Mississippi. So got my handy impact sprinkler here, which is gonna cover this area pretty good. I might have to move it a few times, but we'll rig this up and try to get some water on this fertilizer. That way it can start acting. Plans from here going forward is going to be to get this watered in. Once I start seeing a green up and I know that this fertilizer is breaking down from the water, I'm gonna give it about 24 hours, maybe 2 days, 48 hours, and then I'm gonna come through with a treatment of humic acid and probably put some iron on it once we start seeing some green up. That humic acid is gonna take this fertilizer, and if there's any chemical issues in the soil, like if too much potassium, too much this, too much that, that humic acid is going to take any nutrients or any nutrients that are in the soil that are binded up and not being used, not being used, it's going to release them. It's going to make everything work together. It's going to make it jive. It's kind of like the binder in the whole experiment. You put this out and it'll it's just good. It's good for the soil. It's good for water retention. But right now, let's put out this water sprinkler and get this fertilizer watered in. This is a 28-day update. You can see everything up here is pretty much filled in with something that's green, not necessarily Bermuda grass, but a lot of green stuff. All right, so as Ben Sim says, I'm pretty keen about how this side yard's turning out. I know there's a lot of weeds. Some of you it may not be up to your standards, but to me, I'm happy with it. It was dirt, and now it's 73.5% Bermuda. The rest is weeds, but it's green going into winter. So, if you would like, comment, subscribe. Trying to reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of video watch time. So, if you would, what are you doing? If you would subscribe, help me out, and I'll keep making more of these videos. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do, but whatever I do, I'll video it, and then I'm gonna put it on YouTube so that you can watch it. So that's all we got for today. Don't forget to subscribe. I think it's over here somewhere in the corner. Maybe it's that corner. But don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate all your help and your support, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you. You let them watch one yard video on YouTube and they know it all. She does know it all. I love you, baby.
So I'm gonna let myself enjoy the fruit from this lucky day.